Hello everyone and welcome to today's discussion on wetlands, often referred to as nurseries of life and ignorantly destructive as wastelands. Wetlands provide habitat for thousands of species of aquatic and terrestrial plants and animals. They are transition zones where water flow, nutrient cycle, and sun's energy meet to create a unique ecosystem characterized by hydrology, soils, and vegetation, making them very important features of a watershed. Wetlands provide an array of economic, social, and cultural services, for example, fisheries, timber, and tourist activities, but equally face numerous threats as a result of anthropic impacts, for example, damming, oil exploitation, agriculture, and forestry, as we will find out in this discussion. Welcome. So then, what are wetlands? Wetlands are areas of land that are permanently or occasionally waterlogged with fresh, saline, brackish or marine waters, including both natural and man-made areas that support characteristic plants and animals, the depth of which at low tides does not exceed 6 meters, for example, the dams, swamps, marshes, bogs, etc. Wetlands are categorized into 5 major groups, that is, estuarine, marine, lacustrine, palustrine, and riverine. Riverine wetlands are perennial streams comprised of deep water habitat contained with a channel. For example, the rivers and the streams, active channels, and the stagnant channel. Palustrine wetlands are non-tidal wetland with ocean-derived salinity of less than 5%. Lacustrine wetlands are inland water bodies located in topographic depressions. They lack emergent vegetations, trees, and shrubs. For example, the lakes and ponds. Estuarine wetlands are deep-water tidal habitats with a range of fresh, brackish, and marine water chemistry. For example, the mangrove swamps and the deltas. Marine wetlands are open oceans, continental shelf, coastal lagoons, and coral reefs. Ignorantly considered wastelands, wetlands form an important feature in the ecosystem that provide numerous significant services for people and wildlife. These beneficial services are as a result of the inherent and unique natural features of the wetlands. So when we mention the functions of the wetlands, we are talking about their importance to the ecology and the ecosystem, whereas their values, we are talking about their importance to man. So we start by looking at the ecological functions of the wetlands. Protection of the coastline. Just like in the terrestrial habitat where trees act as natural windbreaks, the mangroves and the coastal marshes act as storm buffers from high-energy ocean waves and winds. Likewise, their roots also hold soil intact, thus dampening the erosive effects of the tides, thereby protecting the coastline from these natural forces. Habitat for plants and animals. Thousands of plants and animal species inhabit the wetlands. For example, the water lilies, the mangroves, water hyacinth, fishes, turtles, water ducks, flamingos, and waterfalls. Flood control. By acting as natural sponges, wetlands absorb and retain flood waters, then slowly releasing this water over a long period of time. This minimizes the impacts of floods on terrestrial land. Water quality improvement. Wetland vegetations act as natural sieves by reducing water velocity, allowing for the settlement of sediments. The wetland soils and plants also filter and remove excess nutrients and toxins like nitrogen and phosphorus from water. Groundwater recharge. By capturing and absorbing floodwaters, wetlands act as important channels of water to the aquifer, a basin-like underground water body that is found between impermeable rock and semi-permeable rock. Biodiversity hotspots. Wetlands provide nurseries for juveniles of numerous aquatic species, including fish, and breeding area for birds and other animals. They are also a stopover and resting site for migratory birds. For example, in Kenya, Kisitempe Marine National Park and Reserve, which acts as an international breeding site. And up to one half of the North American bird species nest or breed in the wetlands. Carbon trapping and storage. Wetland trees and vegetation sequester and store carbon within live and dead plant biomass, thus contributing towards the control of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. So then we look at the importance of wetlands to man. That is the socio-cultural and economic values. Wetlands are a source of fuel and construction materials. For example, timber, papyrus reed for mats, firewood. They are also a source of food. For example, fish, which is a great source and rich source of omega-3, and wild fruits. Wetlands also provide domestic water. They are also an area for livestock grazing and watering points for other wildlife. Provide water transport. It's a site for recreation and aesthetic beauty, for example, fishing, hunting, bird watching, boat racing, to mention a few. Wetlands also provide a great zone for research and education. For example, the marine documentaries that we enjoy so much. Wetlands face both natural and anthropic threats, which include but not limited to 1. Reclamation and conversion. For example, the Zuiderzee project in Netherlands since 1918 that saw almost 18,000 kilometers square of borderlands created. Siltation and sedimentation. The filling of wetlands, either by man or naturally, through landslide, makes the wetland waters turbid and unfit for consumption and habitation to other aquatic organisms. Oxygen-filled cavities between gravels on the riverbed are essential for aquatic life. Fish use these cavities to lay eggs, but these cavities are often filled by sediments. Pollution, eutrophication, and salination. When agricultural fertilizers like nitrogen and phosphorus find their way into the wetlands, as the accumulation increases, they cause wetland eutrophication that results into the algal bloom. This makes the water turbid, thereby reducing fishes' access to food. Some algae also deplete oxygen in the water. Some also produce toxins that are harmful to higher life in the ecosystem. Overexploitation, for example, overfishing, sand extraction and harvesting, collection of seashells that destroys these habitats. Human encroachment for agriculture, construction of hotels along marine coastal lines, and infrastructure development. Last but not the least, invasive species. For example, the water hyacinth that is currently choking Lake Victoria, Nile perch that is overfeeding on other fishes in Lake Victoria. This reduces biodiversity in the wetlands. For example, the Lantana camara that is rapidly taking over the wetlands, thus replacing the local plant species in these habitats, driving out numerous animals in these areas. From this discussion, it is very right to conclude that wetlands are not wastelands, and this ecosystem requires stringent management measures to preserve their integrity and to ensure the continual thriving and existence of the wildlife species found in these areas, and also to continue enjoying the benefits and values that we derive from them. So watershed management approach and land reclamation measures are some of the measures that can be taken into place to try and manage and reclaim the once destroyed wetlands. I hope this presentation does not only educate you in paper, but also it changes your mind and your perspectives on wetlands. Thank you.